Very well, thank you, Rabia. Tell me.
Yes. So we'll start off with a very simple question first of all. If you have to define yourself in a word or in a line, what it would be?
Okay, never thought about it, but yes, fun loving, caring, and definitely dependable. This is how I have been brought up, and this is how I project myself or I work at Antara throughout.
Okay. We often see you are fully immersed into organizational responsibilities, but how do you unwind and recharge outside of work?
Well, I am fully immersed in the organizational responsibilities because I enjoy working. And I enjoy working in Antara. I have been an old hand at Max. It's been almost 23 years, and it just can't be that you are working. That means you are enjoying your work, and that is why you are here. And along with that, Antara has given me so much that I can blend my professional and personal life very well. What I really enjoy doing is traveling. I'm very fond of cars. If you look at, I will always have a car on my side on the desk. So that is how I describe myself. I enjoy driving. I love playing golf. I used to love playing golf, not these days because I have a problem, but those were the best things that I could. And I made some very good friends either at Antara or in my past life in Max Group that I tend to chat and enjoy myself. Those are things that I enjoy doing, and definitely evening belongs to me and my family. We love sitting and chatting and talking, but I don't think that I have ever carried work home with the family to talk about. So that is something that gives me immense pleasure. So for me, being immersed is enjoying life actually. So that is how I would describe myself at Antara.
And how does your weekend look like?
For my weekend is very different. First and foremost, there are strict rules that I set for myself, that I am not going to meet anybody if I'm supposed to shave on a weekend. I am not going to go to anyone's house where I am not welcome in my shorts and t-shirts. So I am very clear about that. But that is how it is. And I think even officially, when I'm going out for anything, for example, my role these days involve visiting a lot of, finalizing a lot of premises. So I actually go in my shorts and t-shirt. People like it or they don't like it, but I enjoy it because that's my weekend. So I like to spend it in that manner. So, but yes, I do keep working, but then on my terms of dressing up. That's very clear. So that's how I enjoy my weekend, and I do well. Definitely, you go out with the family. A meal outside is for sure on a Friday night, on a Saturday night, but not on a Sunday night. Sunday lunch is yes, most welcome, and I think we all look forward to that.
So, which is your favorite go to place to eat in Delhi?
Oh my God. So my preferences have changed over a period of time. There was a time I used to enjoy having nice Mughlai food, but of late, I think I stopped enjoying eating masala. So for me, I would look forward to things which are simple, maybe nice Thai joints that I keep looking at it. Some very nice South Indian food. No doubt that my family is up in arms with me because I don't relish the non-veg so much, and they are all carnivorous people in the house. So I have to just uh, tag along with them at times. But yes, I'm fond of good food, and I'm fond of going to fine dining places. Those are some things that I like.
Kenneth, as you mentioned that you love traveling, why don't you tell us where did you travel the last time with your family?
Oh, oh yes, I think so. Very recently, in the month of July, and we're just I have been to UK, London. I have been to Manchester. I have been to Rome and Venice. So I spent good 15 days traveling there. And for me, traveling is not necessary to going to these places. I actually love driving, and I love driving anywhere. So wherever I get an opportunity, you'll be surprised that I could be just one of the such persons in Antara who picks up his car and goes for meeting to attend a meeting in Dehradun by myself, and I don't have anybody next to me. And I do it very well, and everybody feels very uncomfortable, but that's the passion that I carry for traveling. I have done a lot of travel, lots of travel. In fact, I must thank Antara too. With Antara, the amount of travel I have done and international travel is, and that international travel has had very good memories with me. So that is it. We always keep finding opportunities to travel, close by, weekends, and maybe one or two destinations in the year. So that's how it is.
Kenneth, your name, it's not that common. What's the story behind it?
I think you've just put the nip on the bud somewhere there. And I have faced a lot of challenges every time, either in my school days or college days. Every time I used to say my name, I used to say the spelling along with it. Wherever I go, I have to dictate the spelling Kenneth, and then comes Sannoo, Sannoo. So all the vowels are well used in this. To the extent that people have not understood my name, I still remember in my earlier life, somebody sent me a letter, a registered letter, and that came with a name of K. Nath, Nath, Sonu. So, but the letter still came to me. So that's how this name is unique. But having said so, people at Antara have got used to it, and lots of other people. But yes, it is a little unique name.
You have been a founding member of Antara. Tell us what it was like to build a completely new category from the scratch.
Yes, I think, when I moved into Antara in 2012 from Max Life Insurance, I always used to wonder that, one is going to work with a very young entrepreneur by the name of Tara Singh at that point of time. And one day I was traveling with Tara in the car, and all of a sudden we found somebody stranded in the middle of the road, and there was a lady with a driver stranded on the middle of the road. And Tara was sitting in my car, and her car was following us, and she called her driver and she said, भीम भैया, why don't you go, गाड़ी रोक के ज़रा वहाँ पूछो, मैडम अकेली बैठी हैं कि क्या प्रॉब्लम है. All of a sudden I realized, oh, that's the person that I'm going to be working for, and that too in senior living. It had a huge meaning for me that somebody who could care for somebody stranded on the road, a lady, and Tara has an eye to look at it and send support and help. All right, you are in the right place. And I think from that is where we started building Antara. And this is an incident which happened just when we were about to start Antara in 2012. So from there, Antara had a lot of meaning, and Antara is Seva Bhav. Antara is responsible action. Antara is brilliance. Antara is togetherness. Now, these are things which have not been imbibed into us. These are things that we live day in and day out. So that is what Antara means to me, and every action that we do speaks much louder on these core values of Antara. So I think that is what Antara means to me, and that is what makes me enjoy my working here. That's a culture that we've set at Antara, and this is a message that I would like to give to all the team members who are joining Antara is imbibe this culture. The moment you will imbibe this, the more you are going to relish working here, because that's the essence of working in a senior living community.
How have you seen the company's culture evolve over the years? And what do you believe are the core elements that contribute to a healthy organizational culture?
Well, as I just said, I think the core values of Antara is something that we were paying a lot of emphasis in the initial stages. Now, the moment the organization starts growing, one continues to worry that these should not get diluted. I would put the responsibility of each and every senior member, all the people who have spent more time with some vintage at Antara, that they should help the younger team members who are joining us, to imbibe them into this culture. Because we can only do it. It's not the organization every time. It is, we have to stand up to those things and get people into it. And I think we are very proud, and I'm personally very proud that this is our culture. But we need to work harder to ensure that more and more people get to see this culture on a day-to-day basis.
Having seen various generations work together, what do you think are the key strengths that each generation brings to the table, and how can they complement each other?
Well, yes, I totally in agreement, and especially when you are working for a senior living community, so there is an X generation there, and there is a Z generation which is trying to now, build in or trying to provide care to these people, and in between there are set of people like me, who are on 60s. Then there are the younger generation which is like you, which are still not crossed their 30s. So there is a set of people, but how we can complement, I think the set people like us can bring in a lot of experience, can bring in a lot of patience, but people, the younger generations, they can bring in a lot of new things in terms of technology, digitalization, and then there are the people in between, who can actually complement both the generations by bringing their experience of learning new things and yet trying to focus on things that they have learned from people like us over a period of time. It's a very good blend, and I think people, Antara is blessed to have a complement of kind of, I would say, three generations, who are working together. So I think over a period of time, this is only going to stand in good stead for all of us.
Can you share a memorable story or example of a time when the company faced adversity and how the team overcame it, demonstrating resilience and adaptability?
Yes, sure. I think, journey at Antara has been very exciting. First there were dreams of what we are trying to achieve. And all of a sudden, when we started facing adversities that we were unable to sell or what our dream was. And it took us much more time to actually achieve that. And the challenge became that should Antara continue or should Antara close down? But the team continued to rally around, the board, the shareholders, our seniors, they kept faith in the organization and the dream that we had. We overcame our challenges one by one. And then there was a time, now what next? Slowly, steadily, we started launching Antara Noida with huge amount of caution. And that is when we overcame that challenge, when the people started accepting us. And now it's going to be history, with Antara Assisted Care Services, residences for Antara in Noida, in Dehradun, and a few more that we will be launching very shortly. So now we are on a roll, and I only hope that that confidence continues with Antara as we grow forward. The team's resilience to work in adversity was something which has been demonstrated by all the team members so far.
Last question, Kenneth. What advice would you offer to other team members aspiring to make a meaningful impact within Antara based on your own experiences and observations?
Well, first and foremost, welcome to every team member to Antara. I think you've come to the right place. I personally feel, because I've spent so many years and I have been part of the team which has tried to build Antara from day one. Antara is a place where you should totally be free to do what you want to do. Enjoy yourself. We come with our dreams. I think this is a place where you can achieve your dreams. This is a place where you can let your hair down and enjoy your work. Be open, be transparent, speak to each other, seek help, and see how wonders can happen with all of you. I think Antara has tried to build an open culture, a culture of respect for each other, and you can contribute highly into this kind of. So enjoy, work hard, work well, and I think wishing you a very long innings at Antara to each one of you. Thank you.